back to another video, and today we have a new car to test out. It is an absolute rocket, I'm telling you. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Let's head out. So here it is the Kia Cerato GT. It's a beautiful, beautiful hot hatch, I have to say. A medium hatch, but hey, it is a beautiful offering, this car. I've just had it for a couple of days now, and it's just too fun. Hear this exhaust. It is absolute. I can't get enough of this. It is so good. Oh man, looks like I'm gonna get one soon, aren't I? Not good. I mean, good for Kia, but not for my bank account. So what is this car? So this is priced at $35,790, so just around $36,000. And what do you get for that price point? So you get a 1.6 litre turbocharged petrol engine, inline 4, which produces around, so it produces 150 kilowatts of power and 265 newton meters of torque. So it is quite a decent power output. So what's made it to this 1.6 litre turbocharged engine? It is a 7-speed dual clutch, and it's, I have to say, it is very fun. Very, very fun. The upshifts are quick, the downshifts, you know, it gives that nice, beautiful pop and bangs in the back. To be honest, nothing to complain about. It is absolutely beautiful going around town, and when you take it to a really nice, you know, twisty road like this, oh, it's beautiful. It's I can't complain. It's really good. So now let's talk about suspension handling and, you know, the ride quality. So for me, I find this car quite noisy. It's just, in my opinion, there's lots of tire noise, just noise coming in, so there's not much insulation. I can see that, you know, Kia's trying to, you know, reduce the cost as much as possible, and I guess that's totally fine. It's just over long hauls, you know, long periods of time, it gets a little bit drony, and yeah, it can get a little bit annoying sometimes, but I guess that's what you get when you get a hot hatch. Yeah, the suspension's a little bit firm, on the firmer side. You can hear a lot of the tire noise, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. I mean, you can't really complain about that when you kind of buy this for its, you know, performance and stuff. So yeah, I think you'll get used to it, I reckon, after a while. In terms of handling, oh, it is a really, really good car. It's accurate in terms of its steering, so where you want it to go, it goes. And the steering wheel feel, it's very heavy, it's meaty, and you can really, yeah, control where you want to go. So I think it is going around the corner now, comes out of the corner beautifully, absolutely beautiful. So now talking about the exterior, first of all, front end looks absolutely gorgeous, revised a little bit, but mainly in the headlight design. You can see here there's two parallel LED daytime running lights with LED headlights and auto high beam, which is really useful. And you've got the fog lights down here, and they kind of go against each other, and they look really aggressive in the nighttime. And let's go into the center here. You've got this thinner kind of center strip here with red accents on each one, which is really aggressive. And you've got the Kia matted logo here. It looks great. And then you can see also in the front, you've got these accented red things that look really good all together as a package. Come to the side, you've got these beautiful 18-inch alloy wheels with Michelin Sport 4s on them, and you've got the red center outlined wheel cap. Looks great. Then come to the side, you've got a gloss black side mirror, and when you look at it together as a whole package, looks really aggressive. And of course the paint is what Kia calls the runway red, and
it is really nice in the daytime once it reflects the sun. Okay, now coming to the side. Well, let's say the hatch is not my favorite. The sedan does look a little bit better because it looks a little bit disproportionate, but after a while you get used to it. And of course, the antenna there could have used a shark fin, but hey, doesn't really matter that much. Then you've got the rear tail lights. These are LED as well, which look great. Reminds me a little bit of Audi, but and then you've got the halogen signals, rear signals. Yeah, it's okay. Could have been LED, but, and the thing is the position of it, Kia likes to split their indicators, and that means, you know, when there's a higher vehicle behind you, can't really see it sometimes, which is, that's alright. Then you've got the beautiful exhaust note, which you can hear, and then you've got the Kia badge here, Cerato badge, GT badge, looks great, good design. And then, yeah, overall, that is the rear. Really good looking, and yeah, I think overall Kia has done a really good package for the exterior. I mean, for what you get, it's really great. And of course, you get the sunroof as well on the top. So yeah, overall, really good package. And let's get into the interior. So again, to the interior, this is the key. Looks really good. Does look like a really premium key with the metallic and the black plastic. So you unlock it, it's a proximity key. That means when you walk up to it, all you have to do is press the button here, and then you open. Then once you get in, the interior is absolutely beautiful. So if you come in, it feels like you're in a premium vehicle. So you can see here, this is the steering wheel. So it's like a flat bottom steering wheel, perforated leather, feels really great to hold. And yeah, I think it's a really step up. It's a big step up from last time. And you've got these paddles here, which is useful for downshifting and upshifting. They're very precise as well. You've got the analog. It's quite nostalgic now with all the cars with the digital dashes, but you do have a small one up here, which is quite decent in terms of looking at driver information like petrol, refueling stuff, and of course your speed, which is what I normally use. Then coming to this information system, you can see here, it is a 10.25 inch touchscreen LCD, and it is really crisp and really easy to use. So you have your maps, your phones, everything you need, really nice and crisp. And of course you get wired Apple CarPlay, which is something that kind of bugs me when the 8-inch base model has wireless. And of course you have dual zone climate control, beautiful, easy to use. And yeah, the dash design, smooth, a little bit plasticky, but you expect that in this segment. And you've got these kind of like circular side air vents. They look pretty cool. Reminds me of Audi again. And the door trims, of course, you've got matte black over here. Not matte black, kind of like a plasticky black, gloss black. Then you've got memory seats, 2 settings as well. For Kia, is absolutely it's all you need, to be honest. And you've got electric seats as well, which is cool. And then coming to the center stack, you've got a beautiful, good, nice shifter here. You've got your heated and cooled seats. You've got, and then you've got your drive mode here, which kind of changes to your specification, like eco, normal, sport, smart. Yeah, so I normally leave it on eco on highways to save fuel, which I don't think it really does. And then of course sport opens up the exhaust, firms the ride, makes the steering a little bit heavier and meatier. So that's kind of like the center console, which is great. I love it, really easy to use, simple layout. So yeah, next up, let's have a look at the seats. So you can get here sport seats. so they hug you really well, and they have a really nice cushy headrest, a GT logo here, and red accents kind of like all the way around the seats on the door trim. It's really good, really good seats. I find them really comfortable on rides, long rides, and going around tight corners and stuff. And of course you've got the infamous sunroof for a hot hatch. That is a definite must. Awesome.
Now let's talk about performance. This thing is front wheel drive, of course, with an open diff. Like I said before, 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds. And to be honest, when you get off the line, it really goes, especially in the sport mode. And yeah, let's talk about the modes actually. So the first one, you get a couple of modes. So the first one is normal, then you've got eco, then you've got sport, and then smart. So what I normally use when I'm cruising around in town, I use eco because fuel, yeah, normal is 6.7 litres consumption, and I got that actually driving down to Wollongong yesterday. So combined, yeah, it seems about right. Then you've got sport, which I'm normally using on a trip, on a road like this, which makes everything tighter and the exhaust note a little bit louder. So yeah, in terms of performance, it's really grippy for a front wheel drive. Not too much torque steer, in my opinion. And the gear shift's responsive. And you feel, in seating position, you're sitting quite high. It's like in the middle because you're in a hatch. You're not in a coupe or like a convertible low down to the ground. But this one, yes, it's a little bit on the middle side, so you feel still a little bit higher than you need to be. So on a day-to-day basis, what are my opinions in terms of living with this car? So since I've had it, going on long drives, it does get a little bit drony, and I don't know, maybe it's just because the exhaust, they pump exhaust like fake induction noise when you put it into sport mode. So that's why in long distances I put it into eco, so it's a little bit quieter. So in the city, right, I put it into eco because it makes the steering a bit lighter. It's just a little bit easier to live with. And when you're going into, of course, the fun parts of the roads, twisty roads, you can put it into sport, and that makes it really nice, and everything tightens up, firms it right up. So yeah, living with it, lots of room in the back. It's comfortable. You've got dual zone climate control. You've got adaptive cruise control, blind spot assist, and you've got auto high beam as well, which I used yesterday in the highway going down to Wollongong, and it is really, really useful in terms of helping you see in really far when there's no cars in front of you and it's really dark. So yeah, I think that it's a really good thing to have. But this car competes with the i30N M-Line, which basically is the same car underneath, but it's different, I guess, in terms of how Hyundai positions it, and in terms of changes to the engine as well. So I don't know. I think it probably will be very, very similar. And yeah, it's quite a unique offering from Kia. I don't see too many in the price range at the moment with this sort of offering that it has, and the sportiness that it has for that price. So yeah, it's quite a lone wolf here, and I think Kia has hit it on the head. One thing it is quite annoying is, my observation is the lane departure warning just beeps constantly, and there's just constant beeping everywhere. I don't know what it is beeping about. Sometimes it's lane departure, sometimes it's red light camera, I can't tell sometimes, and it's just a whole fiesta of beeping. And it's probably good to have some sort of knowledge as to what is beeping. So yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed as well. One of the things that I like about this car, the first thing is the price point. So for around 36,000, what you're getting is a lot of kit, a lot of technology, a lot of good features that you would want in a daily hot hatch, and the performance that you're getting as well for that price is amazing. I think it is such a good package and it's worth every single dollar. So the second thing is the performance. It is something that, I mean, you have to get behind the wheel to experience it, but the theatrics of the whole car, the exhaust note, the downshifts, the excitement that it gives you, it is so good, and I can't imagine that I can get this for under 40 grand. So yeah, I think the performance is crazy. The third thing is, it's very practical. You've got rear seats, you've got a 428 litre boot space, so it's literally, you can live with this on the daily basis. You can move things, groceries, the whole lot, and if you want on the weekend to go on a twisty bit of road, it does all that. So it's practical, and you can use it on a day-to-day basis. So I think that's really good. And what don't I like about this car? The first thing is the noise, the road noise. It just gets to you sometimes, and I guess you have to really hone in and kind of realize that this is kind of what you're going to get for it's the product that it's offering. So the road noise, the tire noise, the wind noise, the bumps, potholes, all that, you just got to realize that this is the car that you bought or want to get. So that's just one thing to consider. Second thing is, for me, I don't know why, it's just the look on the side and the antenna on the top. Why is it a shark fin antenna? I mean, you can get it on the Sportage. I mean, it would have been good to just chuck one on there, and this would have looked amazing from the side. So yeah, that's one thing. It's very small. I don't think that you should even need to consider it. It's just from the exterior aesthetics, that's what you're kind of getting for that. So if you'd like to watch more videos in the future, subscribe down below. I've got many cars lined up for you, hopefully, fingers crossed, and I'll bring more content to you guys. Follow me on Instagram, DVTN Cars, where I'm posting lots of stories and stuff on there for my shots on the cars, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.